I've been reporting the news for nearly 50 years, and during that time I cannot recall seeing a political meltdown like this one. It's the result of back-to-back Supreme Court decisions, one concerning the Second Amendment and the right of New Yorkers to carry a gun outside of their homes, and another striking down Roe versus Wade. Yes, the fourth week of June 2022 was a nightmare for the American left. After the abortion ruling, I wondered, why all the vandalism and violent outrage from younger Americans? Then I remembered people under the age of 55 or 60 don't remember a time when abortion was illegal in many U.S. states, when it was not the law of the land. You see, when people have a federal right that they've always had throughout their lives, what type of reaction do you expect? And when public schools teach our kids that expressing feelings is more important than engaging in critical thinking, no wonder they're expressing outrage in the streets and outside the homes of Supreme Court justices. But I want to talk to young people here because you've probably never listened to the other side of this issue. I just ask that you try to set emotions aside and think critically about these points. Pro-abortionists say, my body, my choice, and that you have a right to make your own choices about what happens to your body. But I ask, what about the baby's choice? Does he or she get one? When I calmly talk to people about this issue, I ask, when do we medically, scientifically determine that someone has died? The answer I usually receive is when their heart stops beating. So don't you then believe that life begins when a heart starts beating? For a child in the womb, that usually happens at 6 or 7 weeks. Oh, but you say the baby isn't fully developed until it's birthed at 9 months. Okay. But did you know that the muscle mass of most males is not fully developed until they're between the age of 20 and 30? And scientific studies show that the brains of both males and females aren't fully developed until the age of 25. If being fully developed is the criterion, then what do we do about them? Humans develop before and after birth. And what about a woman's right to privacy? That didn't seem to be an issue for people who supported government vaccine mandates. What about those medical privacy rights? My body, my choice. Do you see the hypocrisy here? And after the science lesson, how about a civics lesson? Here's another one you're unlikely to hear in American public schools. The U.S. Supreme Court correctly struck down Roe versus Wade because the U.S. Constitution does not address abortion. But the 10th Amendment states, quote, the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people. That's exactly what the High Court has done. It's returned the issue to the people of the states to decide. Now, isn't that more democratic? The Supreme Court does not make law. The people do, through their elected legislatures. So what now? Women in nearly half of the states will still be able to get an abortion. Yes, some may be inconvenienced because they'll have to travel to another state if they want to terminate their preborn baby. That will be an added consequence to their choice. My wife always tells me that a woman makes her choice before she gets pregnant. She can abstain, engage in protected or unprotected sexual activity. That's the choice. And think about this. There's a U.S. labor shortage, about 11 million unfilled jobs. What if those 63 million babies aborted since Roe versus Wade had not been aborted, if they'd been allowed to grow up? Many may have filled those unfilled jobs. How many would have become prophets, teachers, doctors, lawyers, presidents? Remember the words of Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. Yes, God knows us and has a plan for us. When you come to realize that, you choose life because you know that our lives are in His hands. Well, that's it today from the Global Lane. Be sure to follow us on the CBN News and NRB channels, social media, and our broadcast affiliates. And until next time, be blessed.